Well, today is Sunday, June 9th. I came home early last night from Bantam. So left Saturday night. I skipped the light bars and brews, skipped on doing that. I did do best of Bantam, didn't win anything, it's okay. The guy with the Jeepster won. It was pretty well categorized. Like, there's AMC wagons, AMC trucks, J trucks, Willys trucks, Willys wagons, Jeepster. To me, like an 80s Cherokee, almost like under a whole category. Like, too much category, too much wide brand of. Don't mix AMC with Willys and all that. There's so much debate at the show about that, but whatever. Anyway, truck did well. I still have, like, every year I go there, I always have a fuel issue. Or it's muddy trails. Luckily, it was dry this weekend. So I did actually go wheel the trails. The only major issue I have right now is the carburetor, is the vacuum leak. The throttle body to the bowl, the gasket is bad. Even though it's a fresh rebuild, it's bad. So, found the leak, but still there's another leak back there, gasoline leak to fix. There are just a bunch of small things. The big thing is, though, steering, which I've been talking about. Steering has been very loud and very stiff. The whole time at the show, it was easy to steer and quiet. I don't know how, but it's happy now. It's still, that shaft needs replaced, which I will replace some point in July, but it steered nice. So pretty much I'm just going to take the truck off the trailer and work on a few small things, and then I have another show this Friday downtown Erie. Two big car shows a year in our hometown, so take it down there. The guy I bought the truck from, his business is 2 blocks up, so I can park the trailer, unload, and go to the show, reload, go back home. So that's already in plan. At Bantam, I did Thursday, not much. Drive around, camp a bunch. Friday, I tried to go wheeling, but carburetor issues. I did top off the gas tank though, and I think it's one other reason why the fuel has been acting up bad. I've been running non-ethanol for a while. It's been running excellent. At the stations, there is no non-ethanol. It's just 87 up. So I bought 87 octane, and since I filled it up, it's just puttering and annoyed. Like, adjust my mixture. Go back to camp, adjust mixture screw. It did not help at all. Then we found the vacuum leak and it kept going from there. The distributor cap has some slight turning to itself. The clips they're on, but they're not tight. So we just bend the tab and it's stiffer, doesn't turn no more. So we fixed that too. So Friday was pretty much a bust for anything I could do fun. The next thing is Saturday was best of Bantam, and of course Saturday gates open at 8 o'clock to 9 to be in, and it ends at 10 for, I don't know, so much of that. And I know me, any show, I sleep in a bunch, and I probably won't miss it. So I didn't sleep at all Friday night. Just stayed up, detailed the truck, watched around camp, all that. So I didn't sleep at all Friday night. And plus, I've been waiting to go all year. It's like, I don't want to waste my time, so I just stayed up. I do the other events too. Also, on Thursday was a massive windstorm, and so I had my easy up tent next to it with 3 walls on it for wind and privacy and sun barrier, and the wind just kept picking it up. The top cover kept flying off, so I just cut holes, put zip ties on them so the cover can't fly off. But then the legs bent, the another leg bent. It's like, great, that thing's not destroyed. I still made it work the rest of the weekend. I then moved the trailer, ratchet strapped it to the back ramp so it's got support so wind can't bend it anymore. I did help, so I did solve that at least. But easy up is now up in there. The framework, I'm gonna scrap in the canvas I just tossed dumpster with another tarp that was bad. So that's up there. Let's talk about Saturday. Saturday, my goal is to go wheeling. I have a friend that lives up the road, actually. He's got a 90s YJ on 42-inch tires. So, of course, we hit the black trails. Like, there's a long line for blue and green trails, and there's the top class black trail, like 4 Jeeps in line. It's like nice, sit there, so it's 30 minutes though, but right on go, versus you have to be in packs of 5 to 8 Jeeps at a time, so that was just nice. I recorded some video of us off-roading. Of course, it just mean the passenger seat recording, not much to look at our Jeep, but other Jeeps like the Cherokees in front of us, trying to rock crawl this. The rule is 35-inch tires are bigger. He's on 42s, which is the max you can run. It's like you just watch Cherokees just keep doing rounds and rounds. Like, nope, fail, back up, fail, back up. This guy just, one take, I'm done. He's got no rear sway bar, so it feels like you have rear steer almost. So, anyway. That's Saturday, so I did have fun there off-road. And I got back, and we did a playground. I got back, best of Bantam was about over at noon. From 12 to 3 o'clock, you had nothing to do except show your Jeep off. And like, I'm here I bought trail badges, I'm gonna go trail. Volunteers said, once you leave the best of Bantam, you can't come back in, but I'll let you back in. So I did have some way to get back in. I still snuck in. He wasn't there, but still snuck in. And then went off to the playground. I didn't want to do rock crawl trails because of time crunch and looking at the lines of Jeeps waiting to go. And also I already experienced it overheats again. 180 degree thermostats with the new radiator, water pump, everything's new, hoses are new. It still overheats when it's sitting and idling forever, especially in a crowd of Jeeps in front of you and you're just sitting there. First gear shift, stop. First gear, just constant stilling of that. So I turn my electric fan on. It helps like 5-degree drop, but that's all it does. But then it still heats up in the sun and everything else. So it does not like sitting still. So definitely needs a 160-degree thermostat for summertime, for events especially, and then like 180 for the rest of the year is enough. But once I cruised, it was good. So anyways, didn't do trails. I just focused on the playground, which is just more fun, and you have people watching you and recording you. So right away, went down the green trail, no problem. I put in a low range, but I forgot to put in 4-wheel drive. I did the whole entire it's stock trail. It's made for newbies and green Jeep, stock tires and all, in 2-wheel drive. So I was surprised I did that. Like, oh, I was in 2-wheel drive the whole time. Surprising. So there was no problem doing that. It's like, let's sneak into the next course, the blue trail, which you need 33-inch tires or bigger. And this truck is on 32s. I'm 1 inch too small, and before you enter the playground or the trail, there's a person with a stick that measures your tires. Well, I saw the stick, but look at the Jeep. These should have 28-inch tall tires, skinnies on them, and I have big mud tires, wide tires on them. I think it's like, keep going. Go right on through. Didn't even check. Sweet. So I snuck on through and got down there, trail, and I took a few pictures and then trail started. I didn't record no more than that, but there's a couple photographers and my friend was in the crowd, took pictures of me crawling. It did good. There's definitely a rock bouncing. I didn't see any scratches on the bottom of the Jeep, but definitely hit stuff. That's, I don't know. 2 rock ledges, did no problem. Open diffs all around, 32-inch tires, did fine. I was aired down to 20 psi. They kind of recommend 18, but I just didn't want to pop a bead. So I only did 20 psi down. Did good. The big thing is the door kept swinging open. Even though I have bungee cords, I'm holding on to it. Every single bounce, door opens up. And I did fall out of the seat twice. There was that. So I did enjoy rock crawling. It's definitely a big truck though. It's not a CJ. So I did that, and the photographers taking pictures of me, and I pulled over after the trail ended a playground and parked here for 10 minutes. Inspected the Jeep, any damages, any scratches, and I don't see nothing major at all. We're good to go, and let the coolant drop down again. Head off the trail. Went back to do a green course again, but then that point in time, the trail is just packed full of Jeeps. So I'm sitting in line and idling, and it's overheating. 180, 190, 200, 220. Like once I hit 200, I'm shutting the engine off. But I don't want to stay here forever, so I want to start back up or overheat and puke. So I said, like, screw it. I just ditched the line, turned left, sharp left, straight up a hill, and parked up there and just sat for 20 minutes. Let the crowd go by. Good. Trails are empty now. I had the electric fan on the whole time when it's sitting and shut off. Hood open. I did drop it down to 180, 190. Okay, that's enough. Started back up, went down the hill, coasting down the hill, down the road, bypassed the obstacle course. Since I'm not doing it at this point. It just automatically dropped to 170. It definitely hates idling. So at that point, I could ride again, but the trails are just packed, and plus, I had to go back in the best of Bantam before 3 o'clock for awards. I parked, get in, sneak in, parks, no problem. Yeah, it's okay. So anyway, but that's that. That's really my stock. And then sitting after awards, and now there's the gate we all entered in off of Curry Drive, Curry Road. That's the main drive, asphalt township road where we entered in. But exiting the best of Bantam, they forced us to take the back way out towards the rest of the Jeeps. They're all from the trails, the playground, the parking lot. Everyone's off of this one dirt road. They're all following, and you're in first gear the whole time for 30 minutes to get out of the gate versus the gate we entered. It's just right to the road. You're on traffic and good flow of traffic. Nope, they forced us back away, and I knew from the trail it's gonna overheat and there's no place to pull over. Screw it, I'm gonna stay for 3 hours. I think an hour and a half, 2 hours. I sat in the best of Bantam, just opened the door, my sweater down, fell asleep for an hour, woke back up, and then parking lot's halfway empty here, best of Bantam, and trails are starting to close off, but also I see the gate wide open finally. Like, I'm gonna go at that gate instead. Went back to camp, parked at camp, like, well, to be honest, I'm really tired. And best of Bantam, white bar and bruise. I mean, I have lights on this thing, so I'm not gonna win. Um, it was fun last year with Epic Wheelies there, but then since they left on Saturday instead of Sunday, it's like that's not really not fun either. So it's just canceled best of Bantam. So I canceled that. Anyway, at that point, I'm calling it quits. And I knew there was supposed to be rain in the morning. It didn't rain here at all, but down in Butler, it's supposed to rain this morning, 5 o'clock till 11, and then on dry after 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Like, I'm gonna leave anyway around noon anyway. It's like, well, my tent's all soaking wet. I gotta let it dry and screw it, pack it up now, toss the easy up away, and hit the road. So it took me an hour to load everything up, do a garbage run, and now it took me 2 hours to get home, going slow. I'm trying to baby it so I don't have a spare tire for the trailer no more. So yes, I did blow a tire on the trail, on the road going to Bantam. The last 10 miles to enter Butler, my passenger front tire blew the trailer. So all I did was hop out of the truck, get my farm jack, jacked the trailer up, and lifted the whole trailer plus truck, partially of that truck, jacked it up, pulled the tire off, brought my socket set and pack, spare tire, put it on. 5 minutes, I was done. Hit the road. So, but at Bantam, like, I'm a bit worried. So, Dad wants to get spare tire back on the front for spare. And I get 2 brand new front tires. The back ones don't get much wear. So definitely the front ones get replaced. Plus you can see how I load it. A lot of it's nose weight, which is good for less fishtail, but it's definitely a lot of front weight. So there's that. What else? That's really it. And then now at Bantam, my mind's like saying, this is the last year I'm coming to Bantam. But every time you go there, all you see is new Jeeps. You never see anything old. I mean, there's us old Jeeps, but you can't really wheel them that much. I don't know. I'm 22. I'm 23 in 3 days. I've owned just over 27 Jeeps. I mean, I've driven 5 of them. The rest have been parted out, but I still owned them. I think it's time to go full brand new Jeep. So I did put this thing for sale for $20,000 on Marketplace. We'll see if I have any hits. So I had 2 hits. At the show, put a little banner on the seat. Some of interest. If I get 15K for it, at least as is, that's a deal. Lose $2,000, that's fine. Again, I'd rather take a small loss, but have some money. At least I still gain knowledge and skills. So 15K is where I'm kind of really at for the market of the truck. If it seems $20,000 too high. But really, at that 15K mark, the front winch comes off. My GRMS radio, the farm jack comes off, the jerry can comes off. And that's about all I'll steal off the truck for the next Jeep. I still have my 46 Willys 2A to build, and that's going to be a stalker, L-head, and everything else. I still want to do automatic, though, because I really enjoy it, actually, the bullet clutches up. So So I'm not sure what the plan on that Jeep will be, and so there's that. But I do want to get a modern Jeep. And Mom and Dad are saying to me, get a new Wrangler. My friend Al came Friday. His 2018 JK, like they like it and all. It's like I like it, but it's a two-door. I need something that can replace that car, 2016 Ford Explorer. It does excellent. Towing is up to 3,500 pounds. It's a cop car, which is cool but annoying too. They get away with a few things, but when traffic sees you, they all go slow. There's that. But it's time. I want a four-door Wrangler. JK is fine, JKU. Rubicon or sport model. If it's Rubicon, just put some small, bigger tires on it and wheels, call it good. If it's a sport model, there's a bunch more upgrades to do. But I'm core leaning on towards a Gladiator. So I have my 46 2A, then I have a Gladiator. That's all I want. Got like a tow things behind the Gladiator. It's not a big tow rig truck, I get it, but I don't like this. It can tow a lot more. But that's all I need. I don't need a big truck like that. So Gladiator. In the garage here, I made a sketch of my dream Jeep build. I still might build it. I have the chassis and tub up in the barn, my 2008 JK. So this build still is doable for what I have available with the title, clean title, no rust frame and body. That is definitely doable. Or should I just do that with my JT? If I get a JT and do the same exact thing. It'll be a four-door though, but I mean the bed's gonna almost be a custom bed at that point with a spare tire, how it's set up. But the front end mainly, I'll just ditch that idea. Just change the front end. Pick a 9-slot grille for a JT, old school flat fender, kind of different style of hood, and really it. Some retro wheels. I think I'll be okay with that if I get a JT. Kind of bare basic, but just different. I searched YouTube like for military themed JTs. There's not many out there. So that's an idea there. If I get a JT, just do a front end kind of conversion, old school version, and retro wheels and call it good. Or I just do that with my JK I have, and you buy a JT for a daily driver and tow rig, and have this as my trail rig, modern trail rig, and then have my 2A for a vintage trail rig. I don't know. That's where my mind's at. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I did talk to Dana Spicer at Bantam, vendor there, and I showed him the picture of that sketch and what I have and like what I have envisioned for the build. And Cummins engine or LS60 480 Atlas, Evo suspension, 4-inch lift, king coilovers all around. But I would do Dana 60, Dana 80 axles. It's like if you put an 80 on it, we'll put you in a SEMA. It's like I have a little paper. They said I had them like sign it, like a little approval, but you still have to go through their company and put an application in at least. But so that's an idea. But that's a big money for an 80, $10,000 for a crate axle. The Dana 60 is like $4,500, $5,500 for a crate front axle. So it's a bit much more money I want to spend, and I really don't need a Dana 80 in a Jeep at all. It's not even bulletproof, overkill. All the power I have can definitely handle it. But a 60 is plenty, I get it, but 60 is what everyone else is doing. I want to do 80 just to be different, but is that worth it doing it? Not really. I don't know. I don't know. That's all I really got for my update. So I'm just kind of focused on right now is finish the glass, get on the glass, fix the door handle so they can latch properly instead of bungee cords. Steering box, new set center shaft it needs. Brakes, the passenger front wheel setter, Dad thinks it's failed. I think it's axle leaking, these new cup seals, which is not really a major thing. There's a fuel line leak below the spare tire. Minor thing, needs reflared, which I have room to work down there, that's good. I want to make at least a back skid plate at least for armor. I could skip rock sliders, but definitely want a skid plate back there. What else I want to do priority? And then the dashboard needs a fuel gauge, and I'm gonna reorganize the gauge panel, make it more like a military M38 design. So you just take it off, comes off this way, unlike how it is right now. Comes off the back side, and then you gotta sneak it. It just might bend brake wires. The military design's simpler. So I might be hacking the dash up a hair, more bigger cutout and 4 new holes with studs, wing nuts, but they're a lot easier to maintain and work on it. So, and more room for gauge panels. So that's something I'm going to be doing. Some back bed lights up there. Find some. My mirror has lost its little mirror lens on the highway, so I have the mirror, just no lens. So there's that to deal with. Handbrake cable I have, just needs installed. And Jenny's about done. Hopefully I sell her. I don't know. But at least at this point now, there's no more rush. There's a show this set Friday. After that, rest of the year, nothing to work, nothing, no shows to go to. Maybe we'll make it to at least 1 or 2 car shows maybe in town, but that's it. Truck's about done. Where I can take my time, work on it slowly, no rush. Anyway, that's enough for an update. Alrighty, thanks for watching.